There we go. Yeah. There we go. How y'all doing tonight, fam? On YouTube land? Or should I say in YouTube land? Tonight we'll be talking about aliens and the diversity of aliens. We're gonna name out some aliens and we could talk about it because we know I know about a year and a half for the last year, 2 years and a half. My wife's been um, having visions of the government admitting to alien beings existing, and sure enough, she said last year they was gonna finally start admitting it. They was gonna finally start talking about it just publicly everywhere, and that's what's happening. Like CNN is talking about aliens. Who else is talking about aliens? CNN, ABC, all these news outlets are starting to talk about aliens. So what we're gonna do tonight, family, is we're gonna be discussing the different type of beings, the aliens, that there are, and we're gonna are we?
There we go.
Okay, you got it.
Mm-hmm.
So what she's doing right now, she's getting Facebook ready to go live.
Yes, family. I'm getting Facebook ready to go live. I don't know why he started it, but he shouldn't have started it.
You told me to start it.
No, I didn't say start.
You said
it.
start.
You were trying to fix the thing.
No, you said start it, and then we started it. That wasn't
you see
working.
what I'm talking about? You see what I'm
Mine
saying?
was already started.
Okay.
You ready? Yeah. Let me hold it for you. You got it.
Yeah, we got it.
All right. Peace, family. Kaya Black. Peace.
Okay, there we got it. We got it.
You got it.
Okay.
In there like swimwear.
There we go. All right, let's get it. All right, family. All right, so we want to say peace and many blessings and welcome to Spiritually Seeing News. I'm WUNAM.
What the hell? Get this shit off. Get this shit off my lip, man. She got an app and she was trying to put the lipstick on her lip, and it went to my lip. What the hell?
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, there it goes.
Thank you.
All right, family. Look. All right. Look. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to laugh because he had lipstick on. All right, Jaleesa, Ken, we're sorry on YouTube. The app put the lipstick on him. That's what he was talking about. Yeah, that's funny. That's real funny, y'all. All right, so tonight, let me say it again. Welcome to Spiritually Seeing News. I'm WUNAM, a.k.a. Nikki Love, your African Indigenous Traditional Healer.
And I'm Brother Dinker.
Why is it should be coming over here?
It's switching to you.
Okay.
Right.
Let's get in here. Let's get it right, family.
You didn't take that
off
because you keep doing that.
All right, y'all. We want to say peace and many blessings. Okay, what is that? Is that lipstick? What is that? Okay. All right, so peace and many blessings. All right. We're going to talk about, because there's so much talk about aliens. Actually, something I talked about 5 years ago on Blog Talk Radio. This is nothing. There's nothing new under the sun. I'm just bringing this topic back up again because it's a needed topic and there's more being exposed. As Brother Dinker said, my dear husband says that we are been telling you all for a while now that there was going to be more exposure. Well, that's what's happening, family. Right now, we're seeing a lot more exposure to alien presence, ships, UFOs, whatever you want to call them, okay? So, we're saying that. I'm going to have to take the app off. The app keeps switching from his lips to my lips, y'all. Let me get this app off. Hold on, y'all. Let me take it off.
So today, what I find interesting is today was I was looking through Google and they showed that China had they did their moon landing, right? And what was interesting was the pictures. They delivered their pictures in high depth, something we never get from the U.S. from NASA,
Right.
might I say. You know what I'm saying? And what I found interesting, if you look it up on the United States website, like ABC News or these news outlets and stuff, what I've noticed is I kept complaining about. I say, why do they always give it to us in black and white? They're hiding something, right? So I'm looking at the picture, and then I said, well, let me go. They had a link to the Chinese website that actually had the um, the pictures that the Chinese government uploaded, for people to see all over the world. So when I clicked on the link, uh, the pictures looked like what I thought the moon should actually look like, and what it actually looked like was I don't know if you're gonna be able to find them, but because I tried to download them to my phone and I couldn't download them to my phone, but on the I should have screenshot it, but I couldn't find the website after that. But on the website, it looked like when they landed on the moon, it looked like a picture. It looked like they were somewhere on Earth, right? But the thing is, you can see the spacecraft. I mean, not the spacecraft, but you can see the I don't know, for lack of a better word, like a Land Rover, whatever they use, the Chinese use, and they took pictures of everything, and then you can see Earth in the background, and it was interesting because the pictures weren't in black and white; they were in color, and it just looked like they were on the planet, but it just looked like the dirt was brown, and you could see everything. Everything wasn't gray, and so I think what they wanted to do, with in NASA when they first decided to do that was when they first started doing everything in color, they wanted everybody to believe the moon looked like it looks when you're standing from on Earth to here. Because when you look at the Chinese pictures, it looked like they're on another planet.
Get excited about it, holler and scream about it, brother. Think what you talking like. Tell them about it. Tell them, so, God damn it, for once and for all, the Chinese.
Well, tell them.
Have revealed. No, you come on now. You do it. The Chinese have revealed the real truth. They have really put something on the moon. They didn't fake it. Yeah. They wasn't over in the goddamn desert somewhere making you think they was doing. The Chinese made it happen, y'all.
Yeah, and there's really good pictures. Y'all gotta go to the actual, but you have to look up the Chinese website. Like, you gotta go find the pictures that the Chinese actually uploaded to the internet. Don't look at a site from the United States, because you're not gonna get good pictures. They're gonna be in black and white because they're always trying to hide something from the public.
It don't matter, y'all. I told y'all years ago. Now, I looked up a show that I did 5 years ago on Blog Talk Radio. For those of you who didn't follow me for a long time, you know that I was on Blog Talk Radio years ago. 5 years ago, I did a topic about alien races and all of this. It's sort of like, nothing new is under the sun. But the difference is, in this day and time, right now, what's happening is they're being exposed, okay? And they're going to expose more and more. You all haven't seen anything yet, okay? Tonight, we're going to be talking about the diverse energy of the different cosmic beings, because some people are aware, some people are not. It's just not the Greys. It's just not the, Palladians. You got many, many different species on this earth of different type of beings, okay? And a lot of these beings that are on this planet right now, they come from different star systems, okay? Now, everybody don't want to believe a goddamn thing. Everybody's, just, I don't want to talk about that subject. Either they're scared or they don't believe it. They don't think it's true. But goddamn, you cannot think that you are the only species that lives on this earth, okay? The only species that lives on earth. There's so many different type of cosmic alien beings to this planet. You all need to know some of them, because a lot of people don't know that there's a lot. We're gonna go over some of them tonight. There's so many that you all, and I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I'm gonna give you this first prediction. This first prediction is there's going to be some beings, cosmic beings, that are going to come to this earth that have never been to this earth. They're coming for the first time, okay? These beings are coming to the earth for the first time. and those people that are familiar with cosmic beings and alien beings to this planet, they're going to be ecstatic because these beings have never been here. These beings are going to look like no other beings they ever seen. Some of the beings that we're going to describe to you tonight, okay? Some of the alien beings that's here already or that come from other star systems, we're going to talk about them tonight and share some of them with you. But these beings are brand new beings that's coming to this planet. They're going to be like no other. Okay? Now, before we go on, huh?
Is the heat on?
No. I don't know. Go check. I'm going to say this, family. Now, for those of you who are familiar with this topic, what beings are you always, because everybody knows about the Greys, everybody knows about, Palladians, everybody knows about, share with me, family, what beings that you are already aware of that you know about, okay? We're going to share some more tonight. And this is, information that you should want to add to your knowledge data bank, okay? You got some people out here who still are not in the know, okay? You have some people out here that don't want to know because they're afraid. You have people that really don't care, you know what I mean? And you have the ones that really want to know and do know some things. So I want to know what you all know, and I want to know what beings are you familiar with so far, because we're going to give you some more tonight. Because you're walking among some of them and you don't even know it. Some of them in California, some of them are right in your neighborhood, in your trees, in your book, you know what I mean? And your circumference, and you don't even know it.
The ones in California, I think that's why, I think those are the ones that live, like, they live underground or something?
Yeah, they live underground.
Those are the ones that, every year, that's why every year they have bushfires in California, because they're at war with those men. They're trying to burn them out and they're trying to do stuff.
Yeah, see, this is stuff you all need to know. And not only that, lately, have you all been seeing? There's been major sighting, UFO sightings in New York, UFO sightings in Texas, in Georgia. Have y'all noticed that? Okay. What beings? I want y'all to share, family, because we're waiting for your feedback before we go on. We're going to give you the list of some of the beings that you probably do not know of. Everybody's heard of the Greys. Everybody's heard of Palladians. Everybody's heard of the Anunnaki. Okay? Mm-hmm. Everybody's heard of, what else? Common beings. The Draconians, the Reptilians, okay?
And the Anunnaki are the ones that speak of in the Bible. They talk about the Anunnaki in the Bible. They talk about the giant ones, the Nephilim, which are kind of tied to the Anunnaki also. A lot of the different gods they talk about that they worship in the Bible are actually alien beings. Like another word for was it like Baal? Baal was supposed, was one. Was it here Anunnaki?
Baal. Yeah, Baal.
Yeah, Baal. They talk. Mm-hmm. They speak of him in the Bible. He was an alien being. He was I think he was Anunnaki also.
Ken says the pale grays, the blue. That's what I'm saying, Ken. If I'm talking about, there's so many more that y'all look at me like, I didn't know that was there many, species of different alien beings on this planet, and there's a lot. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you all, I haven't told you. I'm gonna tell you, there's gonna be one that has not been to this planet that's getting ready to show up, y'all. Okay, don't say I didn't tell you so. One is getting ready to show up, and y'all gonna, and it's gonna, people are gonna be ecstatic about these beings because they have never ever seen them before. It's gonna be like we've never known these beings to be on this planet. YouTube, what beings are you aware of already? We're talking about the diverse beings that are on this planet that people don't know about, and that you need to know about and need to recognize. Why? Because this is the time, and what's going on is there's more exposure, and they're starting to come out. And this year, they're going to be exposing themselves. Don't say I didn't tell you so. Just as you are seeing sightings, and you're seeing UFO sightings, and you're seeing, and then people want to say it's the government. Yeah, it's the government too, but there's a war going up in the cosmos right now. Okay? You can't see it. I can see it. I can hear it. It's going on right now. And let me tell you all something. There's a war on the land and underground too, and under the sea going on right now.
Just gonna say that, and the sea.
And in the sea, there's a war going on right now. There's a. I'm telling y'all.
You want to know what these ships sound like? They kind of sound like you know, when they show you the missiles that was going up, that they was shooting out from Iran, was supposedly shooting out, that they were showing you. They look like that and they sound like that at night. They sound just like that.
That's right.
So, you know, that's why I'm wondering why. I'm just waiting to see if they're going to show us any pictures of that. But that's what they kind of sound like. It's almost like an airplane, but then when you hear it, it's not. It's like, it sounds like it's, I don't know how to explain it, but it's loud. The engines are kind of loud sometimes. You can hear them like over.
Tell us what beans are you all aware of, because we're getting ready to give y'all a list. Y'all can get a pen, y'all can get a paper, you can write them down, but do not say you were not warned, because there are going to be a lot more within the next couple of weeks. You're going to be hearing about more also beings being sights of beings coming out. They're coming out. They're coming from under the sea. They're coming from under the ground. They're coming from the cosmos. They're going to be coming from different directions, family. Don't say we didn't tell you so. Okay? And some of you are familiar with some of them, but some of you are not. Okay? May put you in the mind frame of fifth element. Well, Ken, I would say fifth element, but more like, you know, the movie Jupiter Ascending. More like Jupiter Ascending. Okay? And Spirit just said these beings are going to be looking sort of like the Avatar. There are some beings that are blue like that. Okay? And I think, let me see, because I wrote them down. I think those beings that are blue, these are ancient beings, and some of them, no, the Nordic are blonde hair beings, okay? Let me see, y'all. They're called, okay, yeah. See, they're called the Elves, right? Now, these beings look like the ancient Kemetic people or the ancient Egyptians. These beings are called the Anakim, okay? And these beings are very, very tall. Very tall. They're between 9 feet and 11 feet tall. And they look like the Egyptians, but they're blue beings, okay? They're blue, okay? And Dinkelmoss is like a sonic sound. You know, in Dinkelmoss, no, not like a sonic sound. More like a...
No, not like a sonic sound. That's the U.S. government.
Yeah, Indicator. I said Indicator. Yeah, no, it's not like a sonic sound. It's more like warplanes, but on a deeper level.
Yeah, the sound is deep, like
ooh, like yeah, that. Exactly, like a very and it's so the vibration of that sound, okay, is so powerful. It sounds like it's actually moving across the earth. You got me? Like it's vibrating the earth, because that's how powerful the sound is. Okay. What about the beings they had on Guardians of Galaxy when they showed the different beings coming out the gateway?
The Guardian of the Galaxy.
Which one? What beings are you talking about? I gotta remember the guy. He liked that because he likes the little Groot character on there.
I am Groot. I am Groot. That was my favorite character on that. Yeah. I am Groot. I am Groot. Yeah.
Michaela, these beings will be able to communicate with us, but I'm going to tell you like this. These beings are going to be very tall. This is going to be their first time to this planet. These beings is going to be their first time. They have never landed foot. It's sort of like they're going to be discovering this planet. Okay? And they're coming. And these beings, what Spirit showed me, is these beings are going to come from a far galaxy, like away, way away from this planet. Yeah. Yep.
They're gonna be how tall they gonna be, like 9 foot?
Nah, they look like they might be about 12 foot goddamn feet tall. Like 11, 12 feet tall.
That's pretty tall.
Yeah. Yep. And they're gonna try to hush it, but it's not something, it's not gonna be hush. Alright, they just showed him reading different beings that was coming from different galaxies. You know, I gotta go back and watch the Guardian of the Galaxy, Ken. But, you know, actually people don't really understand. When they're showing you these beings from Fifth Element, from the Guardian of the Galaxy, some of these beings look like these beings that are right here on this planet.
That's right.
You see, a lot of people they don't know because they haven't seen. This is real. These beings do exist. They come from under the sea. Like I told you all before, there are cities under the sea. There are many, many cities under the sea. You got beings that can come and transform from being on land to the sea, just like you got certain mammals that could do that, or sea beings. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And spirit.
What?
Spirit to show you too. Spirit to show you these beings if you're ready for it.
You might not be ready.
But not.
See the problem why some people don't see them, because people say, "Well, how come I don't see them?" Because you ain't ready to see them, because you really don't. You really have been brainwashed and programmed.
Scared to see them too. You might get
but not
scared
even
to
that,
see
brother.
them.
Thinking, you know what it is? People are so into not knowing and only keeping their mind straight on one thing.
Mm-hmm.
They can't, comprehend the fact that there are other species besides human beings. They're so stuck in this world of, oh, there's only human beings. They cannot imagine nothing else. Yeah, Haru, yes, the Nordic beings are genetic spices made underground lab by the Grey, etc. They are not alien. They mostly deal in the light realm, aka the dream world. And it's funny because I did see the Nordic Haru. They're saying that they're tall, blonde, blonde hair, and they say exactly. You seen that slanted eyes, blue eyes, saying that they're from ancient. They say in reference to the Nordic, they say that they come from the ancient Earth, so they don't come from outer planet. Mm-hmm. So you're right, Harold. They were probably
they always say the ancient Earth. Because they used to call it they call it the Black Earth too. They used to call the Sumerians, quote unquote, the Black Earth when the Sumerians ruled the Earth or whatever. But I don't know. I just felt like I don't know the Nordic beings like what I don't know. I just felt like that was a I don't know. I didn't when I heard the name of them. I felt like they could have been making it up, but now it makes more sense if you say they were genetically made.
Yeah, because
spliced DNA or whatever.
They say they come from Canada, so they was probably genetically made.
They probably gave them some of their DNA to Europeans.
They probably. My thing is, at the end of the day, they're mixed with cosmic being juice and the human juice. Okay, all right. Now, if y'all want to write some of these down, we have. You already know the Nordics. Now you have the Palladians, which now are called the Plagerian. PL. Okay, EJAREN, and they were formerly known as the Palladians, and went back underground. They're underground. Okay.
So those are the ones I was talking about. Like they,
what?
The government is always at war with these beings. I don't know. Maybe it's a thing where they got it. If they're more advanced than them, they got to see if they can kill them off, and just in case we go to war. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
instead of living in peace.
Well, then you have beings that do want to live in peace. You got the beings that came to help us too. Like according to, the story of the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki was really, they came here to mine gold, but the Anunnaki also pretty much is supposed to be the ones who's supposed to help humanity. So when we speak of the Anunnaki, then, we know that they were hit to help humanity and bring peace, love, and harmony back to the earth.
Yeah, and that's where a lot of the stuff out of the Bible come from. The story about the Anunnakis and like even the story with the flood, because Inky, he warned man that it was going to be a flood coming, and saved his life or whatever. And the same thing happened in the story of the Bible. They plagiarized that story from the the Epic of Gilgamesh.
Mm-hmm. My cousin Greg transitioned a few years ago. However, when he came to me in my dreams, he was 12 to 15 feet tall. Really? Wow.
And that's another thing. A lot of beings come that they reincarnate as in a human body just to go through the human experience. So, I can believe that.
Well, all right. So now Ken says, I think the government wants to control the beings or even learn their power. From what I'm seeing spiritually, Ken, they can't control the beings because some of the beings are part of the government. Excuse me, so are part of the government. Some of these beings and these government officials you see are not human beings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Real talk. They are made up of different alien races. Okay? Not all of them are human beings. So pretty much the government can't control a goddamn thing. And then you got the beings that are under sea. They really can't control the earth because you got these different beings that play a part in whatever goes on in this earth. Whether it's your sea beings, like I said, there's many cities under the sea. Okay? And there's beings that govern the cities under the sea.
And
Okay?
you know it's funny because like when they start getting into the aliens and they start making TV shows and movies, they always show you that. They showed that in what was the name of,
Aquaman.
no, not just Aquaman. What's the name of the movie? They showed it in GI Joe, a GI Joe movie where they were the alien beings were part of the government, but they also showed it in a TV show that used to come on with the two agents,
Oh yeah, you're
the
talking about
the man and the woman. I
yeah.
can't think of the name of that damn show, but and even
Certain files, the X
the
Files.
X Files. I used to watch that show religiously, and I even watched the finale of it, and they showed them in the X Files. They showed at the last show. They showed how the the government was actually controlling everything. They were all ran by aliens and shit. So
That's
yeah.
right. So you got to realize that this whole earth is governed by different beings. They ain't really running nothing. They really, like I told you all before, what Spirit showed me is a meeting taking place with world leaders over in Antarctica. That's what Spirit showed me. They showed me a whole bunch, and I'm not just talking about, I'm talking about world leaders, but I'm talking about beings too. Okay? And remember, I told you all, a lot of beings come through Antarctica. That's a portal, that's an opening for beings to come through. They come through the sea through there. And not only that, the beings that I told you about now, these other beings I was talking about, which are called the Anakim beings, they actually, the ones who look like ancient Egyptians, they actually travel through the pyramids and through the Sphinx, and they go. And see, years ago, I told y'all when I looked in it and I scried in it spiritually, I told you I seen water under there. I told you there was water and there was tunnels under them pyramids. Okay, and then what happened later on? They came out and they started talking about it, right? So now we're saying that these beings travel to every mega minor live across the United States of America. Excuse me, across the world. Across the world. So
Yeah, not
these
just
are
Antarctica.
all right. Just not Antarctica, but they come through Antarctica. The gateway is through Antarctica. When they come through the galaxy from outside of the galaxy, they come through Antarctica. Okay, that's the opening for them to come through. That's why when I told you all about the beings in Antarctica, that I seen them spiritually now. This is spiritually seeing news, family. When I told you all that, I told you all that these beings were coming through the Antarctica, through the waters. And then what happened? 2 months later, they find what? They find bacteria from the planet Saturn and Jupiter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with saying that, well, we got to understand these beings are part of everything that's going on in this earth or on this earth, inside of whatever you want to say. They govern the sea, they govern the cosmos, they govern, underground, because this very deep. This earth is very deep. You understand? Beings are all over. Now, there's another being. Okay, you all know about the Anunnaki. That's nothing new. They come from planet Nibiru. You got the Andromedians. Okay, these beings were so high. They have such high vibrational energy that they're not even physical form.
And that's what the a reporter, I think they was reporting on, I think it was ABC News. They was talking about it's alien beings around us that you can't even see. They're so high beings that they're not even in their body.
They're not even, exactly. They don't have a physical body. These beings are very high beings. And they come from a planet far in the galaxy.
So that lets you know that a lot of this stuff you see on TV and the stuff they put in movies and a lot of stuff that people are talking about when it comes to these aliens are true, but the government is just slowly admitting it little by little. They're showing you. They released footage of the government released footage of the jets flying, and they're showing the alien aircraft and stuff like that in the air. So a lot of this stuff is coming out. I think to the point where they just can't hide it because too many people are seeing them. Too many people are witnessing. And in the day and age where we have the camera phone, everybody's taking pictures and video and everything.
Ramu Test says, like in the movie Men in Black 4.
Mm-hmm.
Sharon Shaw says Shambhala. Let me tell you this, Shambhala. Are you saying that's an alien being? Sharon Shaw? Is that an alien being?
Yeah, Shambhala. I heard it.
You heard of Shambhala before? You sure you're not talking about Dambala? You sure you hear that? Okay. All right. Now, let's go on. Now, they have the other being. There's another being, and they're called the Deros. Okay? Dero. And these are dwarf beings, and they live in the sea, they live underground, and they live in cities. And they're called Deros, Dero. Okay? And these beings are about 4 to 5 feet tall. Okay? And they don't have stomachs. They don't have rectums. They have stomachs, but not rectums. But they eat sort of like a, what do you call it? A cow. Right? That's how these beings are. They're called Dero, Dero. Yeah, they live in cities.
Shambhala is
a city, she said.
City, yeah. It's
okay.
like it looks like, see, it's the Chinese thing. See? Well,
okay.
It looks like Chinese.
Okay.
The, whatever kings of Shambhala.
Oh, okay.
The Calkins. Whatever you want to say.
Okay, so those beings they call the Dero. And then you have other beings they call the Antarcturian. Okay? No, excuse me. They're called Antarctican. Yeah. They're called Antarctican beings. Okay? These beings are both human and reptilian. They're mixed together. Okay? And they live in a so-called secret area, family, but it's somewhere underground. Okay? And those beings supposedly have blonde hair, blue eyes. Probably what you was talking about, Ramutef, or whoever said it in reference to the beings being spiced up and genetically modified. Michelle Lawrence says, can you tell us if Trump is one? What you think, Brother Dinker? Is Trump an alien being, y'all? Is Trump a being?
It's definitely a... No, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that.
You know, honestly speaking, McKellar, no. Spirit just showed me a big no in front of my forehead. No, he's not. He's not. But did y'all see the post about the Simpsons? Did y'all see that? When they was talking, they showed him in a casket on a cartoon. Mm-hmm. Is there actually an episode like that, or did someone make that up?
No, it's an episode. They did it a long time ago where he becomes president.
Mm-hmm. McKellar says, what is their intention? You know, they have many intentions here. They have a right to be here too. You know, humans think they're the only one that's supposed to inhabit this earth. No, they have a right to be here too. Now, a lot of these beings coming out this earth for different reasons, sort of like when we were talking about the Anunnaki that actually came here to mine gold, okay? But some of these beings come from resources, minerals, gold, you know, minerals, certain resources they need for their planet.
You want to talk about that since we're on the subject of minerals? And that's another thing. That's, you know, when we started divining on everything that was going over there in the Middle East. This is what my wife said. She said she sees that they're over there fighting over minerals. They're actually over there fighting over minerals. And everything that you see on TV is not real. She said that it's a distraction to make you think something is going on, because that's the only way they can hide what they're doing, like just bombing and all of that, because they're at war for some minerals and stuff that they found over there in Iran.
Just like in Haiti. Just like in certain parts of Africa. You understand?
Yep.
You understand? And so let me tell you, the earth, this is what I'm going to share with you all spiritually seeing. The earth has produced some new minerals that we don't know about yet. Mm-hmm. Y'all heard about the coltan, which you use to make computers, right? That they go over to Africa
and Haiti. It's only in Africa
right.
and Haiti.
Now, let me tell you something. There's some new minerals that has been produced that you will find out about a year or two down the line that they're fighting over, and it's for even more higher technology. It's used for even more higher technology than we already have. Okay? Now, Adahua says, "Hey, Nikki. Dick Gregory said Trump has a clone." I think I seen that on YouTube. He was talking about Trump had a clone.
I think all presidents have like a clone.
Yeah, like a double. I think all of them do. I don't know about a clone like that, but I feel like he has a double.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, but Dick Gregory, I love Dick Gregory. I actually had him on my radio show years ago. But let me tell you something, family. Something was suspicious about Dick Gregory to me. I'm not going to take away what he did. Yeah, Ira Day, the vibranium too. But no, this is something new, Ira Day, that they found that we don't know about yet, that they're coming over to get, because it's a very powerful, resourceful mineral, and the earth has produced it. And the reason it's being produced now is because we're in a transformation, and because there's a tectonic shift, a shift going on with the earth. The tectonic plates are pushing around. Stuff is coming up that was hitting, especially under the sea. That's what I'm only telling y'all what I see, okay? Go ahead.
Patai Hostep says the movie Valerian shows many of these beings as well.
Valerian, is that on Netflix, Patai?
That's our thing. We watch Netflix.
Yeah, we're gonna go watch it if it is. If it's on Netflix, we're gonna go watch it.
Yeah, if we ain't doing readings, researching something or making some products for customers, that's what we're doing. We watch Netflix.
Ramutef says to give valid to our story, when the Creator places everything, he multiplies all forms, millions and millions of time. All the beings are something to take in. All right, y'all. There's the Dracos. Some of you heard of the Dracos, some of you hasn't. Right? Okay, we'll watch it. Some of you heard of the Dracos, some of you had it. Okay. Now, the Dracos are supposed to be the leaders of the reptilian race of beings, okay? And then you have the Alpha Draconians, okay? And they come from Terra, the planet Terra, what they say Terra, okay? And then you have, we have the, it's called the Genosian, or the Genosian. Okay, now this is supposed to be human being race that came from another planet millions of years ago.
They look human.
And they look human, okay? They come from another planet that was Earth-like. And supposing the story goes, they're fighting to be earthly again. They're fighting to live on this earth again, and they call the Genosians, okay? And then we had, let's see, is Venusians. Now, I'm believing that the Venusians are the beings that I was creating with on planet Venus. Remember I told you I was communicating with the beings on Venus? These beings were very tall, very brown skin. They all had white hair, okay? Well, no, there was two of them. One was medium-sized, so there was like a woman, and there was a shorter one, okay? But it was adult, and I was communicating with them telepathically. They were standing on the planet Venus when I was communicating with these beings. And as I was communicating with them, they were giving me symbols to write down that I eventually found in the Emerald Tablets later on. About 2 to 3 months later, I was watching the History Channel, and they were showing the symbols, and two of the symbols that they gave me, these beings on planet Venus, were in the Emerald Tablets. So it is very possible to communicate. Now, these beings are called the Venusians, and they very rarely come to Earth, okay? They'll come if they have to. I've actually had to experience dealing with these beings called the Venusians, seeing them, communicating with them. And again, they don't communicate with their mouth. They communicate telepathically, okay? Now, there's another set of beings, and I think, which one was it?
You said that one.
Which one?
They have beings NASA never wanted us to disclose about. Keep seeing them in the wings of Saturn. And NASA's officials say he can move.
All right, Harold says, hold on.
Damn,
But you go to book, Harold. My goodness, Harold, you go to book. Okay, so Harold Uncle says they have a beings NASA never want to disclose about. They keep seeing them in the wings of Saturn. One of NASA officials says he sees them. They're about 7 to 10 feet in height. Many people see them. They call them Met Minwi. I met one after a voodoo ceremony during a possession. They are very black, jet black skin around the eyes. It's glowing like diamonds. Turquoise to me. It looks like Black Panther suits. He gave me his name. His name is Bukum. Imum, that's what he gave me as his name. He shake my hand and put my head on his head and keep singing. There's very sub-frequency resonance. This experience is mind-blowing. It was sound 3:45 at night. The sky was bright like a projector. It was around the area. This was crazy. Why was it crazy? I'm not surprised. Harold.
It's a lot of things that y'all don't know about these beings that we deal with anyway in those type of ceremonies.
Exactly. But let me tell you this. That being that you're speaking of is an ancient being. Okay? That being that you're speaking of, and let me tell you this too. He's not from Saturn. He's from Mars. That's what Spirit showed me. He's from Mars. That being is from Mars, not Saturn. Okay? Now, the beings, I'm going to see something. The beings that they're speaking of from Saturn, which is my planet, that's where I come from, y'all. These beings can transfer or shapeshift from human to the winged beings you're speaking of, right? They have the ability, and they're very high-powered beings, very magical beings, okay? But like I said, what Spirit showed me at the beginning of the show is that there will be a being. There will be a being.
Some being.
That will be exposed. People will be going crazy because it's a being that has never been in this planet before. Okay? Any questions, family? Any questions?
Communicate with their mind.
Yes, Haru. Yes. What do you mean, yes? Did they come from Mars? That's what I see. I can tell you what I see. Yeah. Any questions from our YouTube family? Any questions, family? We're talking about the diverse beings. Did we miss something? Okay.
We talked about that.
Intermediates. We talked about all of the beings.
Yeah.
And there's so much more.
It's way more than we named.
Yeah, there's a lot more than we named tonight. Okay.
Yeah, we did pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, family. Now, the lion-like being. Where do they come from? Are you talking about the cat, the lions, the cats? Now, let me tell y'all what's crazy. My grandson said that the cat people live on the moon, right? And let me tell you this. Spirit showed me that he's not lying. He knows what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you understand what's going on here, this is what Spirit gave me. The Sphinx, the lion-headed Sphinx, which was a woman, okay, is the overseer of the earth.
Yep.
With saying that, it is the cat beings
that are on the moon.
That are on the moon, that's the overseer of the planet. Mm-hmm. So the beings, the cat or the lion, any cat race, I don't care if it's lion, tiger, whatever, anything that's cat race, comes from the moon, which is a planet.
Yeah, and that's another thing. They say that the Chinese government left animals, and what else they said? They left animals and something else. Animals and planet planet something and plants on the moon. That's what they say. I don't know if that's true, but that's what they said.
Okay, Visha says, did you see the autonomous flying car that NC unveiled yesterday. It's shaped just like a spaceship. I can send you a pic. Didn't we see that?
No, I didn't see the car.
Yeah, the flying.
She said it flies, right? You said it flies.
Yeah, she said no. Send me the picture. Send me the pic, Bisha. But let me tell y'all what's crazy. Real talk. Now listen to this, y'all. When she speaks about the flying car years ago, if y'all know what New York traffic is like and New Jersey traffic is like, y'all know what I'm talking about. And I used to be working in the Bronx, right? And I used to drive from the Bronx to Manhattan. When I tell y'all, you would be sitting in traffic for about an hour or two. You hear what I'm saying? I would literally be in traffic driving and waiting, and you going bumper to bumper to bumper, right? And you just driving slow. And I would just sit there and imagine that my car would get up off put the wheels up and just fly over all the cars. Every time I would get stuck in traffic, I'd be like, God damn it, I need this flying goddamn car. And I would always just see my car rising up and flying over the traffic. That's how much I used to hate the goddamn New York traffic. I mean, we're driving, you know, if anybody knows, y'all know what I'm talking about. Bumper to bumper. You in traffic for 2 hours. Your ass is not moving out. You know what I mean? Break and go. That's why people in New York got bad goddamn brakes. Because their asses are stuck in traffic. That's one time where I would wish and plead and beg that, you know what, if I could have a flying car to go over the traffic, I just would love it. But anyway, I'm not surprised. 2020, yeah.
Bad as a motherfucker. Bad as they drive up in New York, boy, it's going to be a lot of wrecks in the air.
No. But see, let me tell you something.
They ain't going to be able to drive.
The thing about New York is that when I came to Georgia, they had the most accidents that I've ever seen in my life as long as I was driving in New York.
Yeah, because everybody came from New York.
No, that's bullshit. We don't have a lot of accidents in New York. Maybe in Texas.
How do they run out of them lights and not have accidents? When I was in New York, when I went to the first time with her, right? We went to New York. I bullshit you not. I bullshit you not. I wasn't scared. This is what happened. We stopped at the light, man. I swear, like 9, 12 cars running the red light. I was like, what the hell? And now, credit this, they didn't have any wrecks, but I just don't see how like 9, 10 people can run a light and nobody gets hit. But Georgia do have a lot of accidents.
They have the #1 accident rate in the world. Shit. All right. Now we're saying that at the end of the day, like I was saying, Visha, send me that picture. Send me that picture. I would love to see.
He said, what about the Holland Tunnel? He said, no, Holland Tunnel.
That's all part of New York, too. That's
no, he talking about Holland Tunnel got the most accidents in the world.
Nah, no, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't, y'all. All I'm saying is, anyway, let's get back to the topic. All right, so is there anything that, because there's so much more we didn't even mention, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many type of aliens y'all don't even understand. Is there some that y'all know about that y'all want to share with the listening audience, or while they're on here, because they're getting ready to get exposed, family. Oh, yeah. We're about to see some more. Let me tell y'all how deep this is, right? Let me tell y'all what Spirit showed me. I don't know if you see this, brother, but real talk, I'm seeing some stuff like y'all see Star Wars going on. All these movies we seeing is about to look like that.
Yeah, Spirit told me that shit is real.
Yeah, I'm telling y'all, it's about to look like that.
Spirit told me that is real.
So
and I think that's another reason why they putting out all these movies too. And I think that and us doing spiritual work go hand in hand. I think a lot of times that's why they show a lot of these things, because all of this stuff is going to be something that everybody's going to be showing now.
But y'all got now. I got it, Visha. I seen it just pop up. Now, do y'all want to share your alien experience? And you know what, family? We're aliens. Don't get it confused. We're aliens too, okay? To them, we're aliens. But go ahead.
Yeah, especially if you believe what our ancestors said. A Kemetic ancestor said that we came from Sirius, the Sirius star system, just like the Dogon said we come from Mars. So I think it's some truth to all of these stories, these ancient stories that the people in African tell. The Zulus, I'm sorry.
The Zulus come from Mars, and the Dogon said we come from Sirius A and B. But let me tell y'all something, right? There's another thing I want to give y'all tonight as well, as I'm tapping into my visions. there's going to be a city that pops up out of the sea. And it's going to be overseas somewhere. I don't know if it's going to be near China, Japan, one of them, but there's going to be a city that pops up. Okay? And these beads are going to be different too. Ruben Sinclair from YouTube says, I had a dream that we were about to get invaded way before this Iran turmoil. I'm not surprised. We get a lot of downloads, and family, pay attention. See, I can see spiritually, but many of you all can see too. It's natural and intuitive that you have. Some of you all get downloads. Do pay attention. You see, do pay attention, okay? But there's going to be a city that's going to pop up. You're going to hear some more about the stuff that's going on the sea, in the sea, okay? You're going to hear some more about some cosmic things that's going on as far as what we told y'all we hear, okay? They keep showing me something in Mexico. I don't know what type of being is going to come up out of Mexico. Somebody's going to see something in Mexico, okay? Yeah. Something in Mexico, weird phenomenon is going to happen in Mexico with some type of beings, okay? They're going to try to keep it hush-hush, but it has a lot to do with some beings coming out, and it's going to be in Mexico.
That's probably why they all in Texas right now, you know? It's probably why they all in Texas right now.
I feel that while the sun keeps traveling through the cosmic rift, the energy is going to reveal us like Magneto from the first X-Men movie, using that machine to awaken the Gene X. Well, you know, Ramutef, the sun, if you all have noticed, now I'm noticing, ever since I've seen 3 suns, I'm noticing every morning when I get up to go outside, you know, I open the shades because I like it to be bright in the house. I see the two suns out, right? I seen 3 first, and I seen 2, but it's extra bright. Have you all noticed that? The sun is extra bright. See, what it is the sun is emitting the energy, okay, or emitting energy into your DNA. That's why it's extra bright. That's why it's important
to
go outside when the sun is shining, because you're getting that energy from the sun to help to reactivate your DNA. That's what's going on, because remember, we got to go through the transformation.
Ruben Sinclair says, do you think they're hiding something with all these wildfires going on?
What you think? You answer that.
Of course, Ruben, they're hiding something. That's why that's why I said earlier. I don't think he was on here earlier, but that's what they do in California, because they're at war with these beings that live underground, and they keep starting wildfires. Every time they have a really bad wildfire like that, they just burn a lot. That's the government doing shit like that. Of course they blame it on a citizen or somebody else, but that's them doing it.
Sango Wale, Alafia, my brother. Said, I know all is well.
He said, are aliens living in tropical areas?
Yeah, they got aliens. Yeah. They got them in Brazil. They got some over in the Brazil. As a matter of fact, the dwarf beings are living over in Brazil. There's several different types, but there's some dwarf beings that are from another planetary system that live over in Brazil in the rainforest. I see them in Mexico. There's some other beings that live. I'm telling you.
Said, what about Australia?
The fires going in Australia was deliberately set. Okay.
I don't know if it had nothing to do with beings, but I know it was.
I see spiritually that those beings did not have nothing to do with that. I see that it's man-made. I see that they want to take Australia and do something with the energy of Australia, like they're trying to make it sort of like a Dubai type of area. I see spiritually that it's not. They deliberately did that on purpose.
That's gonna backfire on them because they killed a lot of animals.
Exactly.
They killed a lot of animals, a lot of trees. They're gonna suffer for that.
They're gonna suffer for that.
They're gonna start flooding.
And let me tell y'all another thing that Spirit showed me too. Every year they're killing over 60 million trees. 60 million trees. Now, did you all see the article I put up about how trees are our sisters and brothers and how they communicate with us? Did you see the article I just put up about the trees being, transferring wisdom to other trees? Well, let me say something. If they don't stop cutting down trees, like they're doing, the trees are going to start fighting back. You all remember the movies The Happenings? When the trees started emitting some type of chemical and making people kill themselves?
Yeah.
Well, they better be careful. I did not have an idea that they were killing as many trees as they have. Now, trees are responsible for also, not just because it provides, plants and trees provide what we need to sustain life, but because also we need the oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
How you cutting down all the trees? We need oxygen. Without the trees, we have no oxygen.
Ruben Sinclair says, I see that they're going to build more skyscraper buildings. But I just see, like Spirit just said, automatically said they're going to start flooding Australia.
Yep. Now, okay, let me see. Have to travel through the sea to this city. Okay, let's go back. Now, Sharon Shaw says, Parisians and the Peredo. And you said they have to travel through the sea to the city. Okay. So those are more being just sharing? Okay. Now, Ramuta says, I feel that while the sun keep traveling. Okay, we read that already. Chewbacca, Abra, and a few others. Fires was man-made like they did in Amazon. Okay, that's what I seen. Okay. They said they arrested 28 people for the fire. See, I know it was man-made. Spirits didn't show me it was spirit, other beings. It's man-made because they want to take that, and it's sort of like I keep seeing them want to make Australia like a Dubai type of energy. You know what I mean? Like in Dubai, with all the money and the fancy stuff. Okay. Now, I wanted to share. What else did I want to share with you all? Was something else I wanted to share?
I don't know. Australia they got a history of being very racist out there too. So I don't know how that's gonna fare for people like us, going over there, because they got a lot of karma coming to them too, because of a lot of things they did to the original people of that land. If you go back and look at Australia and how they took over that land from the so-called Aborigine people,
Mm-hmm.
they used to they used to force their kids to go to their schools, and they would actually rape the children and rape the women to create the people that are there now, because they were real dark. They were darker than me, and they look more African.
There's a movie about that. I forgot the movie. I'm gonna see if I
They
can
did
get the name of it.
They did a lot of horrible things to the people
To the people in Australia. The indigenous people of Australia.
Yeah, they got their karma coming, but I'm telling you, they're gonna be that continent is gonna start getting floods.
That's right. All right. We have any questions, family, before we go?
And it's surrounded by water.
That's what I want to tell you. Okay, I did it. Breaking news. I did it. I put it on the Anchor News because y'all know I do Anchor FM. So if you see me put it up on the Facebook page, do to listen to it. It's only about 3 minutes long. Now, I did the predictions for the weather. Spirit was showing me stuff about the weather. If you're in Alabama come up really, really strong. Do prepare. Get your water, stock up on your food, stock up on your survival goods. Alabama.
Mississippi.
So Mississippi not as bad as Alabama. Montgomery, Birmingham, all the area of Alabama. Louisiana, they showed me the outskirts of New Orleans. Tornado coming to wreak havoc over there, but there's going to be a small one coming through the French Quarters. Okay? They showed me Mississippi. So do take heed, family, especially, I don't know, because I was doing it 3 o'clock in the morning I'll be up, because we do our little rituals and stuff, and I'm up. And I'm looking and I'm saying, I know there was some bad weather coming, but Spirit kept pointing, Alabama. let everyone know about Alabama because Alabama's getting ready to get hit. Okay? And, another thing, family, we have not been able to predict the weather. But I told you all years ago, I'm talking about as far as back as 10 years ago, we will not know winter from summer. Now, as you all can see, it's been warm, cold. Tornado season will not be tornado season. It's going to come when the hell nature's doing what the hell she want to do. Nature's going to bring whatever rash she feels the need to bring to do some cleansing. So some of the things we've see that's going on, such as in Australia and in California, some of these things are man-made and some of these things are intentional because there must be a cleansing that take place on this earth. There must be a cleansing. Okay? We do know man is manipulating the forces of nature trying to cause different catastrophes. But we do know that the mother has risen up and says, you know what, I must cleanse my womb. So she's allowing these catastrophes to happen. Mm-hmm. It's a cycle.
And like she said, I can bear witness to this when she said the trees fighting back. I've seen people cut certain trees down in their yard, then I see another tree fall on top of the house. It happened to a neighbor down the street. He cut the trees out in the front in the backyard. The tree in the front fell on his house. You think that was that ain't no. Then the tree when it fell. I see him. He's cutting up the tree. The tree is healthy, and the roots weren't dry. It just fell on top of the house.
All right. Sharon Shaw says, I think the original Australia in the mountains with the fire going on. Sharon, I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that in the mountains with the fires going on. I keep seeing a lot of them. The indigenous ones, I keep seeing them by the sea. There's a connection between the Aborigines, the original ones, the indigenous ones, and they're more connected to the sea.
See, that's why they're gonna call on them. They're gonna call on the fucking sea, and they're gonna fuck.
Right, I keep seeing them by the sea. Sharon.
That's why I keep seeing the sea coming to destroy some stuff in down there in Australia.
Okay. Puerto Rico always gives that warning. I'm starting to notice that. Puerto Rico just had a 6.4 earthquake. Puerto Rico just had a 6.4 earthquake. Okay? Rabbit Proof Fence is the name of the movie about the Aboriginal children who were mixed. That's it. Thank you, Adderall. Yes, that's it. Very good movie. If y'all don't watch it, you need to watch it. You need to watch it. It's called, let me write that down so I don't forget because I want to show.
Rabbit Proof Fence.
Yeah, Rabbit Proof. Very good movie. It was making me mad. I wanted to go beat up. I wanted to go beat up all the people that was messing with the little girls.
See?
Yeah.
Ruben Sinclair says, I bear witness to that. My dad trimmed tree branches, and branches grew back fuller than they originally did.
To what? When
I said you cut a tree down, the neighbor cut the tree down, and the tree fell on top of his house in front.
Yeah, because people don't realize that trees are alive. They have spirits too. We talk to trees. Trees cry. Trees have spirits. We talk to them. We communicate with them. And the thing about it, they're part of you. Without you, there's no them. Without them, there's no you. So what gives you the right to think that you can continue to kill and chop down these trees? Mm-hmm. Now, you have to get permission. Just like when you eat organic foods, when you're getting your fruit and vegetables straight from the garden, you want to always ask permission. Because these plants and these trees and the leaves are alive. Y'all heard about the study where if you have plants, you talk to them. If you're not they'll die. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? These things are alive. So what makes you think you have the right to kill them or chop them down and not have no regard for their feelings and their spirits?
Yeah. And I don't know, because I'm an empath too. I pick up, like if something happens to a tree, I can feel that. I can pick up that tree's energy also. So it bugs me out sometimes. Like Also, like when I go to when we go to cemeteries, the trees talk to me just as much as the spirits do.
Yep.
You know.
Now, oh, excuse me, we're going to take a few more questions and we'll get off here. Michelle Lawrence says, yesterday on the radio it announced that it was going to rain last night and today. My son was like, I checked my phone because they never write. The forecast on the Google said rain Friday, so on the way to the hospital, we seen a whole bunch of lines in the sky, and it did rain last night and today. Adawoa says, check out Cargo on Netflix. You got to put it on the Netflix search. Write that down, Cargo. Cargo. What's that about, Adawa? What's that about? Sharon, show you doggone right they got feelings. I always talk to the trees. People think I'm crazy. I'll hug a tree in a minute. I will sit by the tree. I will talk to the tree. I will touch the tree. The tree will touch me back. Oh, yeah, it's real. As a matter of fact, family, if you don't believe me, take yourselves outside to a tree. And it's specifically a tree that maybe the branches are low enough where you can tell it to touch you.
He said he had to cut it because he had electric wires going around it.
But it's okay to cut it, but you got to ask permission. We don't ask the permission. Just like if I want certain leaves from the tree for my spiritual rituals, I go to the tree and I ask permission, and guess what? The tree will drop the leaves down. This is real. There ain't no game. This ain't no joke. They're real. So when I go to that tree and I say, I need some of your leaves to give me some of the leaves to make my, spiritual stuff or my potions or whatever, the tree will drop the leaves down for me. You just ask permission. I understand that. A lot of times they have to do that because the wires will interfere with them, but you always have to ask permission. And see, back from what I understand, years ago before they started, they used to do that. Yeah, they would have the American Indians come on the grounds and actually, talk to the trees and ask permission for them to be cut down. They don't do that nowadays. They ain't got no regard for the sister or brother tree. And that's not right. And these trees are going to start fighting back. Again, 60 million or 30, I think they said 60 million trees a year are being cut down? The hell is wrong with y'all? Y'all trying to stifle us on the goddamn earth? Can't breathe and shit? You know what I mean? No. All right, family. Well, okay. Look here now. We'll give them a little bit more time. All right. What's your feeling on Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter, Sun, and Mercury all in the Sagittarius and not in Capricorn? Ramu Chef, I'm not an astrologist. I'll be the first to tell you I'm an African indigenous healer and I can see through many things and see many things. But I'm not an astrologist, but spiritually seeing, Jupiter being the most spiritual planet of all, okay, is actually emitting some spiritual energy to all of these planets right now, okay? Now, to really get into the conjunction of this and the Sagittarius, I don't get into that. I'm not an astrologist, but what I can see spiritually is that all of this has a lot to do with Jupiter and the transformation that's taking place, okay? And remember, also, too, because we're in the 25,920 year transformation mark, things are changing. Energies are changing. Planetary systems are changing, transforming. A lot of this stuff is going to be different. You might have the energy of a if you're a Taurus, you might have the energy of a goddamn Capricorn next year.
Even with the animals, the energy's changing.
Right, everything, every species, every animal.
We got a little cat that I swear that cat act like a damn dog. The cat. She say she's seen her cats do that. I've never seen a cat chase his tail around. I've never seen a cat attack his feet like it's a damn animal, like a rat or something. I see the cat be biting his feet like it's a dog. Like, you know how dogs that just do crazy stuff? Does stuff like that. It kind of trips me up.
That's right. All right, family. No more questions? Ruben Sinclair, what's so funny?
Nah, he was talking. I think he was laughing at something else.
Oh, yeah, I talk to trees. That's right. You sound crazy if you want to.
Nah, I don't know.
Ask permission of the tree. Talk to a tree. There was a movie years ago called y'all might be able to find this, a Jamaican movie. It was funny. And the guy he was homeless, but he used to talk to the tree all the time, and the tree would talk back. I can't if I can remember the time. And the white woman, he had a white woman with him in the movie, and she was from Jamaica too. And it was crazy because what was the name of it? If I can think of it, it was funny. Would have you laughing because the tree was talking drunk and he was talking drunk. It was real crazy, but it was funny. It was actually amusing, y'all. It's a Jamaican movie. If I think of a name of it, I'll tell you all what movie I'm talking about.
He was laughing because you said they're trying to stifle us. You said you
Oh.
laughed when you said that.
Yeah, they are trying to stifle us, take our damn breath away, chop down all the trees. We can't breathe no more. That's why my damn sinus is messed up now, messing with the goddamn trees.
He said, "What's up, y'all? Do the wind?" He said, "What's up, y'all? The wind speaks too."
You doggone right, because when I walk out the door, hey, spirit of the wind, and it'll go whoosh, and it'll come give me a hug, y'all. Talk to the spirit of the wind, too. The wind speaks, the trees speak, the sun speaks, and the earth. And the earth.
The earth, yeah. Earth
And the water. Y'all think I'm playing. Y'all think it's a joke. Now watch this. If you're in the presence of water, tell the spirit of the water to rise up and watch it rise up.
Especially like if you're around, like when we last year when we had the thing where they went out to the springs, we videotaped it. We was like calling on the spirit of water to rise up. We asked the spirit of water to rise up, and the water was like shh. And then once we called on it, it got real loud. Like you could hear it in the audio. Like it went shh, real loud.
Try it. Go outside. Talk to the sun. Speak to the sun. Tell the sun, shine on me. And watch the sun get brighter. Real family.
She said it burnt down 20% of the rainforest in Brazil. 20%, that's a lot.
Yeah, I seen that too. And that's another thing. See, the thing about it, some of this is, again, man-made, and some of this is nature's cleansing her womb. Okay? Okay, I was astral traveling, and I opened my mouth and took some air in, and it hurt my front teeth. When my spirit came back to my body, I felt the pain. I had toothache for the whole day. Wow. Sharon, keep your mouth closed while you're astral traveling, okay? Okay? Don't do that. All right, family. I think it's about time.
It's about that
We
time.
got three. What is that? 1:12, 3 minutes left. We're about to get up off of here. It's been fun. It's been nice.
It's been real.
Hope we was able to enlighten you tonight. Oh, I know we was. Anything we told you about these beings, you need to add to your knowledge data bank, okay? Because you will leave this earth not knowing everything you're supposed to know. But you always should want to know more. So I hope you all wrote it down. If not, come back and listen to the show and learn about these beings, because you may run into one of them and you won't even know. But now that you know and you was made aware of, you will recognize who they are. So, with saying that, it's been a pleasure. We'll see everybody back on here. What's today? Wednesday, y'all?
Ruben Sinclair says, thank you for your time and insight.
You are so welcome, Ruben. Happy we was able to give our insight and help you all learning something anew. And remember, for those of you listening, y'all should write down the predictions I told y'all. Real quick, while we got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. We get off at 1:15. No, 11:15. So 2 minutes.
9 Ether Bantu says, I can sit on the beach and draw water symbols, and the water comes to the symbols.
Amazing. Truly amazing. Now, with drawing that water symbols, you make the water rise up. See, the goal is to make the water rise, make the wind blow, make the trees touch you and talk to you, and make the earth move below your feet. Right? That's what you want to do. That's how you know you're truly connected. Because remember, you are the earth and earth is you. You are Mother Nature is you. You are everything that the earth is. So you should be able to move the forces of each element. All 4 elements.
Yeah, you could call the water to you.
That's right.
So you could stand on the beach, like see where it's stopping at, and go back about 5 feet and start calling the water to you. It's going to come to your feet.
It's going to come to your feet. That's right. And this is the time of day that we're in. It's just not us indigenous ones who could do that. You could do it too. Go out and try it. Made me lose my train of thought. Okay, real quick, we got 1 minute left. 1 minute. Dougie Fresh and we're off. Okay. Hold on. The predictions. If y'all didn't get them, get them. Some beings, a new being that's coming from another planet. They're going to be ecstatic about. Them. Going to find out about in the near future. Okay, a city that's going to come up out of the sea. Okay, somewhere over there, preferably in Asia somewhere. Okay. We said the weather, the Alabama weather coming. We got that prediction, y'all. Make sure you write that down. Okay. More exposure. They're gonna start exposing themselves to our beings. Y'all are just not gonna see UFO in New York and Texas and California. The beings are gonna start exposing themselves in the near future too. Okay.
It's funny because when I drove out to California years ago, it's a section like once you I forgot what's the state next to California, but when you're driving in,
Vegas.
when you're driving in, it's mountains and mountains and mountains, and it looks like and I swear I kept picking up energy from those mountains, like it's beings in there. Like I kept picking up like it's cities in the inside the mountains.
There's cities in there.
Inside the mountain, off of I-10.
There's cities inside the mountains. There's cities underground. There's cities under the sea. And that's another thing. Some beings are going to be coming out that sea that's going to be exposed. And I'm not just talking about mermaids.
See that?
What?
Not Ether Bantu says there's a crystal pyramid off the coast of Korea.
I'm not surprised. As I said earlier in the video, everywhere there's a megalith monument that is huge, these beings are traveling to these different monuments, okay? So that crystal pyramid is being used in Korea for some stuff, okay? They're coming through Antarctica and they're hitting everywhere. They're hitting all the major, and then remember, all the ley lines in the earth are connected, okay? But these beings are going to these different sources for energy, and a different type of energy than we're experiencing. It's a different type of energy, y'all. It's some. If I can show you what, if y'all can see what I see, it's a certain high vibration energy that's being sent. Okay.
I need to go outside and where it's warm at and get grounded and soak up that energy from the sun.
That's right. All right, family. The seas already has weird alien-looking creatures. Octopus is probably alien. I dare you, yeah. The octopus is a type of alien. Yeah, but y'all ain't seen nothing yet.
That's why octopus could do what it do as far as getting down and going through a small hole and it's this big.
Exactly. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Watch. There's gonna be some new beings that's coming up out of that sea. New beings. They're gonna be like, they just discovered these new beings. And they're gonna look weird, like, right?
So y'all be eating octopus and squid, y'all be eating alien meat.
Exactly. Stop eating the alien meat. All right, family, it's been a pleasure. It's been a big laugh. They are very smart. Yeah, they're very smart. These beings are smarter than us. Just like I put up an article today about the whale. The whale emits sounds like thousands and thousands of miles away. The whale is responsible for taking care of the earth under the sea. Go read the article. I put it up.
That's why the Navy does stuff to the whales. Mm-hmm. They do stuff to hurt the whales because they give up the sonar. The sonar disturbs the whales in the ocean.
Yeah, wow. Laugh out loud, calamari. Ooh, all right. There I go to Olive Garden. I said Olive Garden, and I love me some calamari. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, because when she was on Saturn, she used to eat octopus.
Sure. I never eat octopus. I like calamari.
So
Kaiju are coming back, Godzilla and all. Ramu Tef. Shit. You know what? You never know. I ain't seen Godzilla yet. And I don't know who Kaiju is, but maybe I'll learn about Kaiju. That sounds like a being that comes out of Japan somewhere that's going to be like Godzilla. That's what it sounds like. But all right, so we gotta really get off of here because I got things that I gotta do. I got things I gotta make for clients. I got necklaces and charms I gotta make for clients, so I gotta go. Um,
Like that.
Last question of the night. Go ahead.
My Shasta is a fortress on the inside with many space being met there. I was I was also there a being named how you say that? Quadulafield?
Quadrifill.
Quadrifield. Take me there. I don't know.
Nine ether, break it down. Speak in layman terms. I hear you, but I don't hear you. Let me see. Let me
Somebody
read this
said
question.
watch Valerian Family.
Okay, write it down. Write Valerian. We missing all the movies. Write Valerian down. Okay, so Nine ether bantu. My Shasta is a fortress on the inside with many space beings that meet there.
My Shasta. What's that?
I was also there. A being named Quadrifill, take me there. Okay, so basically, you're saying that you meet in a certain place, right? Where is it? Is it in the inner earth? Is it under the sea? Or where is it? And you're saying that the beings, hold on, you're saying that that being, his name is Kadafil. Kadafil. What the being look like? Real quick before we go, what did that being look like? Thank you, Draconian, for the $50 donation. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
And what's up with you? You came in late when we was just about to get off, Draconian.
Droney, it's Droney's 02001.
Droney.
Yeah, Droney 0201. You call him Draconian.
I didn't mean to call you Draconian. We're talking about aliens tonight. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Droney. I'm getting ready to get off of here. And it sounds too much like Draconian, so I had to call you Draconian. All right. Wait. I'm trying to see what the bean looked like.
Didn't say it. Oh, short.
Okay, you call Mount Shasta. Okay. See? Okay. Short with long white hair. Peace, the brother. Peace, the brother. All right, so that being...
That's me. The brother.
Oh. All right, so that being... That being was short with white hair.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
Shut the hell up. Who told you to try to connect to the internet, Alexa? Shut up, Alexa. Okay, so that being is one of the dwarf spawns I told you about. And it's called, remember I told you the Dero, the D-E-R-O? That's what they look like. They're called, and those are the ones who I said didn't have a stomach, they don't have a rectum. They're a little bit shaped different. They look human, like little humans, but they got little different things with them. They have a stomach, but they don't eat. Their stomach, they store their food in a certain pouch in their body, right? And then they regurgitate the food back out. That's how they get rid of it. So those are called the Dero, D-E-R-O. Those are the beings I was talking about. And they're in the mountains. They can also be in the cities. They can be under sea too. Okay? Sharon Shore. Dolphins, those are my best friends. I love me some dolphins. I communicate with dolphins all the time too. I love to communicate with them. Dolphins are very, very highly smart, and they do come from another planetary system. But because their planet was attacked, they had to come to Earth. So the dolphins had to come here to Earth, and they better leave them alone because they're serious. They're going through their transformation too. And if Japan thinks that they're going to mess with the dolphins and have their sports this year, Japan is in for another thing coming because the dolphins got some superpowers, y'all. Real talk, and I'm not even playing. I'm serious.
Them every year with shit.
They're going to start attacking them and causing major earthquakes if they mess with them again. But on that note, we got to get up out of here. Time to go, okay?
Dolphins would be Wildwood in New Jersey.
Yeah, well, let me tell y'all something. Them dolphins are highly, highly spiritual, too. They're another ones that's in charge of the sea.
See, it said Rama is another name.
Who come to Earth? The dolphins?
It just told them.
Ira Day, they come through Antarctica. Them dolphin beings were transported from their planet to this planet. Now, you're asking me how did they get here? I don't know. I can't tell you that. I ain't even gonna lie. I can't tell you how they got here, but that's what they told me. They told me that they came here from another planet. They have the aquarium here in Atlanta, and it's like the biggest, supposed to be the biggest aquarium in the world. And you could go and you could play and you could ride on the dolphins and do all of that. Well, I communicate with the dolphins, and they told me they come from another planet, and their planet bought them. That their planet got attacked, so they had to come here. But from what I'm seeing, they had to come through Antarctica. That's where all the sea beings that are coming from other planets, they come through Antarctica. That's the gateway through here.
Antarctica hasn't always been cold either. That's probably why it's melting, because they tired of hiding. They time to. All right, that's it.
That's it, family.
Been on here an hour and 25 minutes.
It's time to go. Been nice, been fun. Wanted to thank Droney again for your $50 donation. Well appreciated. Thank you everybody for tuning in. And we'll see everybody probably, today's Wednesday, probably on either tomorrow, no, Saturday or Sunday. Okay? So be sure to check us out Saturday or Sunday. We'll be back on. When spirits say come, we coming. Okay? So on that note, do take heed and pay attention to what's going on in your area with the weather the next couple of days. Okay?
Yeah. He said they love people. The dolphins. I think he's talking about the dolphins.
They do. Yeah, they're former aliens too, stingrays, and I'll be looking forward to that story.
Yeah, yeah, that's funny, because that's what I was thinking when y'all was talking about squid.
Yeah, that stingray killed the guy. Remember he killed him?
Yeah, he hit him in the chest with a bar.
Yep.
Because he probably, man, they be doing some weird stuff to these animals. These people that say they love animals, they be sleeping with the animals and
doing all kind of weird shit.
Having inappropriate relations with the animals.
All right, family. Well, we'll see you all. Thank you for tuning in, and hope this was a subject was able to help you out for the curious minds about aliens and UFOs. I am WUNAM, aka Nikki Love.
And I'm Brother Adinkra.
Thank you for tuning in to Spiritually Seeing News.
Peace.
Peace.